Hey everyone, welcome back to Sidekick English. If you are new here, I am Maya.
And I am Theo. This is your podcast to learn simple English with fun stories and real conversations.
Before we start, do not forget to subscribe to Sidekick English, like this video, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Yes, share it with your study partner, your cousin, your cat, your neighbor. Everyone is welcome here.
Today our topic is daily routine in a small town.
We are going to talk about one day in a small town. A normal day, but with small details, funny problems, and simple English for you.
Our story has two characters, Theo and Maya, living in a small town. Very original, right?
Totally original. No connection with us, just two people with the same names in a small town doing normal things like drinking too much coffee.
So listen to our conversation, enjoy the story, and learn new words for your daily routine.
Let's start our day.
My day in the small town starts very early. My alarm rings at 6:30 in the morning. And I have a big problem. I never wake up after the first alarm.
Same here. I have 3 alarms, one at 6:30, one at 6:35, and one at 6:45. The first alarm says, "Good morning." The second alarm says, "Wake up." The third alarm says, "You are late."
My alarm sound is very calm. It is like soft music. It is too soft. I do not wake up. So I usually wake up at 6:45.
When I finally open my eyes, I always think the same thing. Why is the bed so comfortable now? At night, I cannot sleep. In the morning, I do not want to move.
Same problem. So I pick up my phone, I turn off the alarm, and I check the time. Then I check the weather, because it is a small town and the weather is important.
Yes, in a small town, the weather is a big event. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Will I see any people today? Or will everyone stay home and hide from the rain?
Exactly. In my small town, when it rains, the streets are empty. It is very quiet. Only one person walks outside, and that person is like a superhero with an umbrella.
My first goal in the morning is simple. Go to the kitchen. I slowly get up, I put my feet on the floor, and I walk like a zombie to the bathroom.
I look in the mirror and I think, who is that person? My hair is a mess, my eyes are sleepy, but it is okay. It is my small town morning style.
I brush my teeth, wash my face, and use cold water to really wake up. Cold water is better than coffee sometimes. Well, almost.
After the bathroom, I go to the kitchen. I make coffee every morning. Black coffee, no sugar. Strong coffee. In a small town, coffee is my best friend.
In my town, there is a small bakery near my house. It opens at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I go there for fresh bread. But on lazy days, I just eat cereal.
I like toast with butter and jam. It is simple and fast. I drink my coffee and eat my toast near the window. I like to look outside.
What do you see outside?
I see our small street. I see Mrs. Green walking her dog. I see one car. Just one. It is very calm. It is very calm. There is no traffic, no noise, only birds, and maybe a dog.
My street is similar. I hear birds, a few cars, and sometimes a tractor. In a small town, a tractor is normal. It is like a celebrity. It goes slowly and everyone waits behind it.
My breakfast is usually quiet. I do not talk to anyone. I just listen to music or a podcast in English to practice.
Very good idea. I also listen to podcasts. They are easy to add to your daily routine.
After breakfast, I choose my clothes. In a small town, fashion is simple. Jeans, a t-shirt, and comfortable shoes. No one needs high heels for a 10-minute walk to work.
I check the weather again and then I choose clothes. If it is cold, I wear a hoodie. If it is hot, I wear a light t-shirt. If it is raining, I think, maybe I just stay home forever.
When I am ready, I leave the house and walk to work. This is my favorite part of the morning, the walk.
My walk to work is about 15 minutes. I pass the same houses every day. I see the same people, and they see me. Always. Every day.
In a small town, everyone knows you. If you change your hair, people notice. If you wear a new jacket, they notice. If you buy a new bag, they talk about it.
One time, I bought a blue hat. Just a normal blue hat. The next day, 3 people said, "Nice new hat, Theo." I did not know they knew my name.
On my way to work, I pass the small grocery store, the post office, and the library. The grocery store smells like bread in the morning. It makes me hungry again.
I always pass the same coffee shop. It is very small, only 4 tables. Sometimes I stop and buy a second coffee. The owner says, "The usual?" I think, wow, I have a usual.
That is when you know you live in a small town. You are not just a person. You are the person who orders the same drink every day.
After my walk, I arrive at work. My job is in a small office. There are only a few people. Everyone says hello. No one can hide in a small office.
I work at a small community center. We help people with activities, classes, and events in the town. It is nice because I see many local people every day.
My morning at work is simple. I turn on my computer, check my email, and drink more coffee. Then I start my tasks.
My tasks can be different. Sometimes I answer questions at the front desk. Sometimes I organize events. Sometimes I help kids with homework.
Around 10:30, my brain says snack time. I take a small break, drink water, and eat a cookie or a banana.
I also like a small snack. But in a small town office, when you have a snack, everyone can smell it. If I eat something with chocolate, people know.
Yes. Someone always asks, "What are you eating?" And if you say chocolate, they say, "Nice, enjoy." But their eyes say, "Where is my chocolate?"
The morning continues with work, small tasks, simple conversations, and sometimes short jokes. At 12:30, it is lunchtime.
Lunch in a small town is relaxed. There are not many restaurants. We have a diner, a sandwich shop, and the bakery.
Sometimes I bring my lunch from home. A sandwich, an apple, and maybe some chips. If the weather is good, I eat outside on a bench near the park.
I like to go to the sandwich shop. The menu is small but good. The person at the counter knows my favorite sandwich. Again, small town life.
When I eat in the park, I watch people. I see children playing, older people walking slowly, and teenagers talking and laughing.
In a big city, people walk fast, always busy. In a small town, people walk slowly. They stop and talk. A 5-minute walk can become a 20-minute conversation.
After lunch, I go back to work. The afternoon is usually calm. I continue my tasks, answer phone calls, and help visitors.
My afternoons can be quiet or busy. Sometimes I have many emails, sometimes meetings. But there is always one peaceful moment when I look out the window.
What do you see from your window?
I see the main street. I see a few cars, a bicycle, and sometimes the school bus. At 3 o'clock, the school bus arrives and the town becomes more alive.
In my town, around 3:30, many kids come to the community center after school. The building becomes noisy, but in a good way.
At the end of the workday, around 5 o'clock, I turn off my computer and prepare to go home. This is my second walk of the day.
The walk home feels different from the walk in the morning. In the morning, I go fast. In the evening, I go slowly.
I like to look at the sky. The colors are beautiful, especially in a small town with less pollution. Sometimes the sunset is pink and orange. It feels like a painting.
On my way home, I sometimes stop at the small grocery store to buy something for dinner. Vegetables, pasta, or maybe ice cream.
In my grocery store, the cashier often asks, "How was your day?" And it is a real question, not automatic. We talk for a minute.
Yes, in a small town, a trip to the store can become a social event. You go out for milk and come back 40 minutes later with milk and 3 new stories.
When I arrive home, I change into comfortable clothes, sweatpants, a t-shirt, and warm socks. My home clothes are my favorite clothes.
Same here. I put my bag down, check my phone, and then think about dinner. If I am tired, I cook something very simple.
My I am tired dinner is pasta. I boil water, cook the pasta, add some sauce, and that is it. Fast, easy, and not too bad.
I like to cook rice and vegetables, or maybe an omelet. Eggs are perfect for lazy evenings.
Sometimes I listen to music while cooking. I sing in the kitchen, but only if no one can hear me. My singing is private.
I also like a podcast or a video in English while I cook. It is a good moment to listen and learn.
After dinner, I clean the kitchen. In a small apartment, if you do not clean, the mess is everywhere. 1 plate in the sink is okay. 10 plates is a lifestyle.
After I finish cleaning, it is time for my evening routine. I usually go for a short walk around the town, especially in summer.
Yes, evenings in a small town are special. The streets are calm, the lights from the houses are warm, and you can hear crickets or frogs.
I like to walk to the small park. Sometimes I sit on a bench and look at the sky. I see many stars because there are not many big city lights.
I love the night sky in a small town. You can see so many stars. It makes me feel calm and small in a good way.
On my walk, I often see familiar faces. The same people walking their dogs, the same person jogging, the same couple holding hands.
And they always say hello. You cannot pretend you do not see them. In a small town, you are visible.
After my walk, I go back home and relax. I usually watch a series or a movie, but not something too exciting. If it is too exciting, I cannot sleep.
I sometimes read a book in English or watch English videos with subtitles. It is a good way to learn and relax at the same time.
Around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, I start to prepare for bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and put on pajamas.
I also check my plans for the next day. I look at my calendar and make a small list of things to do. It helps my brain to relax.
Then I put my phone on silent. Very important. If I do not do that, I will check messages at midnight.
I put my phone across the room, far from the bed. If it is near me, I will look at it. If it is far, I am lazy and I stay in bed.
Before I sleep, I sometimes think about the day. Not in a serious way, just a quick review. What did I do? What was nice? What was funny?
I do the same. I remember a funny conversation or a kind person at the store or a nice moment during my walk. It makes me feel thankful for my simple small-town life.
Life in a small town can be quiet, but it is rich with small details. The daily routine may look the same, but every day has little surprises.
Maybe a random cat follows you on your walk. Maybe you find a new snack at the grocery store. Maybe you see a beautiful sunset.
Or maybe your neighbor starts talking about your new blue hat. Normal events, but they make your routine special.
A daily routine is not only wake up, work, sleep. It is all the little moments between those big steps.
The walk to work, the hello from the person at the coffee shop, the sound of birds in the morning, the quiet evening sky.
And of course, listening to Sidekick English during your day.
That is a very important part of the routine.
If you listen to this podcast while you walk, cook, or relax, you are doing something great for your English every day.
You are building your own daily routine with English inside it.
So now you heard about our small town day, from morning to night.
Think about your own day. Maybe your life is in a big city, maybe in a village, maybe somewhere in the middle.
But you can always add small English moments to your routine, like listening to this show.
Thank you for spending this time with us and practicing your English.
If you enjoyed this episode about daily routine in a small town, remember to subscribe to Sidekick English.
And please like this video and share it with a friend, a classmate, or someone who also wants to learn English with simple, fun stories.
We are happy to be your sidekicks on your English journey.
See you in the next episode of Sidekick English.
Bye for now.
Bye.